That's better. Hello, everybody. I might actually be this switching spots. I'm sitting on my floor because my fridge has a bottom freezer. So I'm going to be organizing it and inventorying it. So I'm using some of these Hillary notebooks. We get them here, like back to school stuff for like 50 cents for like 4 of them. Sometimes, maximum $1, so they're like 25 cents. I figured I'll use one and just inventory everything, and as things get used, mark them off. Because that's where my problem is not so much making the inventory, but checking it off when it's done. So that is what I'm going to do. Let's see. If anybody's in here, please say hello. I'm going to turn up my volume. Make sure you click live chat versus top chat. I will try and answer any questions. So I'm sitting on my floor. My kitchen's small. So I have a bin here that I'm going to put the food in as I open it because it's so full, some has already fallen down. So I'll show you a quick view of it. There's all the stuff. See, some have already fallen down. Just opening up my freezer. So I'm going to take stuff out, figure out what's in here, and then write down. And you guys can hang with me. Keep me company. So, some bagel bites and some spring rolls. I should write that down. Good morning, Sylvia's with love. I'm cleaning out, well, organizing and inventorying my freezer. I'm just writing them down. Spring rolls as I take it out. Hey, random collection, how's it going? How much fun? Yeah, barrels of fun. So what I'm planning on doing for June is to do shelf cooking, pantry cooking, freezer cooking. What my goal is to, hopefully this particular freezer is to have it empty. Like I may not eat all this particular, but by the end of June, so that I can fill it with. So I have some pigeon peas to make some peas and rice. I've got to write that down. So that I have this amount of space to do freezer meals, to purchase ice cream, to purchase popsicles, that type of stuff for the summertime. So like more quick foods, so that when I have freezer meals, because it's going to get too hot for me to cook. So I have some cooked ham. We use this amount for baked mac and cheese. So, but a second try. Yes. Well, actually a third try. Okay, I think YouTube updated, because I kept on trying to go live, and it was stopping. And I'm like, what the heck? And the last one was going the wrong direction. I'm like, how the heck is that? Oh, this is ground beef. That's not cooked, so that's good for making burgers or meatloaf. Yeah, it's already... Yeah, it's only 20 degrees here right now. So it's not that bad, but I know June gets crazy because it's the end of the year for the kids. So there's exams, there's RSTs, which is rich summative tasks, or like some courses don't have an exam at the end of the year. They have a big, huge project, and some courses have a big project and an exam. So I have some chicken wing sauce that we didn't use the sauce for the chicken wings because it was, I think, honey garlic sauce, and we wanted hot wings. So, honey garlic sauce. So it's just like random things in this freezer. And I'm hoping that by the end of June, this whole freezer will be empty and be able to be filled with ice cream and popsicles and freezer meals. And so here's one of many bags I have of veggie scraps to make soup stock. I will try and combine them into one thing, so I'm not going to write that down. But I have a pork cottage roll. Yeah, it updated my phone, and I'm like, but at least now I've got it working. Pork cottage roll. I went in my big deep freezer and I took out, I had made gumbo without the shrimp. Like, so I do the shrimp added last because shrimp gets mealy if it's cooked too long. So I made gumbo about a month ago, and there was still lots of gumbo sauce, not so much meat in it. So I froze it with the meat that was in it. I'm going to add more meat to it and put shrimp on my husband's and mine's gumbo. We're going to have that for supper. But I took that out, and I took a thing of peppers out, and I took some spring rolls out. And I had to move things around because it didn't even, like, it was over full. And I'm like, I just took 3 big bags out. And it didn't look like I took anything out. I don't know, my freezer just seems to fill in the spaces. So this is, so this is some, yes, I'm back. This is some of the fried chicken that I made for my husband's birthday. So I'm actually going to be using that tonight in the gumbo to add more meat. What's here? Edamame. It's one of the few vegetables in my freezer. 50 chickens and Tom Tom were in the live a few minutes ago. Wonder if they figured out you were alive again. Okay, well, I don't know if you could pop over there. Tom Tom is here. I did the same thing. Freeze leftovers. Well, exactly. That is how you. I'm just going to close that a little bit. I was pregnant. That is how you save money. And, well, if you freeze the leftovers and you use the leftovers, you know? So I've done it so many times of freezing leftovers and then forgetting about them. I also have to remember to label them because I sometimes forget. Hey, Donna Norris, how's it going? I'm sitting on the floor here and I forgot to sweep, so there's like some sand on my feet that's bothering me. Yes, sorry, can't see the freezer. Yes, so, well, because I'm sitting on the floor, I'm taking the stuff out of the freezer, and I'll periodically show you the freezer because I have a. See, I'm still taking stuff out. It's and that's the stuff I've been taking out. I'm writing it down on my list. So yes, unfortunately, I'm trying to put this. Yes, it's a bottom freezer. It's more energy efficient, and it's the way new freezers are. Most of them are like that. Chinese style sausages. That's good for sticky rice. Or if I do a hot pot. You're tired? Yeah. I sent Abby off to short-term placement today, so she's gone to Brantford. One lonely. So this free. Aw. Here, I'm gonna show you. What? Oops, I clicked. Well, I'm showing you the stuff as I take it out. One TV dinner. I'll try and see if I can put you. You really want to see inside the freezer, as I just trying to. That's not. Yeah, it's not gonna work so well. I can sit you in the freezer, but then you see the stuff there. You want to see inside the freezer there. You see inside the freezer, but you can't see me and the freezer. Yes, it's cold. So, tomatoes. That's from the garden. It's part of a fridge. So here, I can show you up there. See, the freezer's at the bottom, and then this is the fridge at the top. And I have some hummuses. Okay, here, I can do it. See, there's my fridge above, and then there's the freezer. It's a chest. No, this is a fridge freezer. So it's a drawer. The freezer comes as a drawer, and then there's a shelf in here, and a little spot for if there was an ice machine, it would be there. But it's just a drawer. So it's a drawer, and then that's the fridge. So yours is like that too? Now, question, do you want to see inside the freezer or see me as I bring stuff out? Yes, this one has French doors because my kitchen is so small that if I had an actual big door, I would not be able to open the door and the stove at the same time. Like, I can't open the freezer and the stove at the same time. You want to see me? Okay. I'll show all the food as it comes out. And you'll be amazed at how... here, I'll put this down here. No. Is that a bit better? It's too cold in there. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm in my sundress, and I'm loving it. I have to go hummus. And see, it could freeze. So, if you ever find deli meat on sale, honestly, I try and organize it, but it never stays that way. That's where my feeling is, and that's what I'm hoping to do once it's actually cleared out a bit. I can organize it. I'm hoping to organize this whole freezer of being like ice cream, popsicles, and freezer meals that can be easily grabbed and go. And some lunch ideas, you know? Because I have a deep freeze in the garage, which is full. And I have a fridge, I have a side-by-side fridge downstairs, and the freezer side is really small. So I can't even put like lasagna pans in there. Need to get the little plastic bag. Exactly. I want to put some baskets in here to organize better. That is my goal once it clears out a bit. Rather see what you're trying to do because I'm trying to learn. Okay, well, I'm going to show you all the stuff that's coming out, and then I'll show you once it goes back in, and I'll show you what I've done. Yeah, the Dollar Tree or Dollarama here in Canada also has some like nice little baskets that if you figure out your freezer space, you can organize it. The problem is I want to get some I want to get some hamper baskets for my deep freeze because I'm too short. I can never hit the bottom. I literally have to crawl in, like my feet are off the ground. By the way, to save money, is when you see deli meat on sale, like especially this stuff, this natural selection stuff, there's no preservative added, no nitrates, blah blah blah. It's really good. And try to take an inventory. Yes, so I'm going to also show you my inventory of what I've actually have in here. That's salami. And deli meat, when it's defrosted, it tastes just right. Perfect. Also, if you do a lot of Asian cooking, you can either buy this frozen or buy it fresh and chop it yourself. It's just lemongrass. Okay? And you freeze it. And then you just break off a piece, and you've got the lemongrass. Well, you can also find things at thrift stores and at like not Value Village, but garage sales and charity sales. A lot of times people will have baskets and they'll sell like 5 of them for $1. Or ask your friends and neighbors as they clear out. Like I have a couple friends that are more posh than me, let's say. And they reorganize their kitchen by color or whatever, and every once in a while they have like baskets in their thing, and they want to change up the color, so they get rid of their stuff. I go, hey, pass them to me. I don't care what color. Hey, Stay Nation, Paranormal, Normal, how's it going? Don't really know the difference between all the dollar stores. I've been wanting to buy some baskets. Yes, well, check out, like it doesn't, like if you want to color coordinate and stuff, that's for people with bigger budgets than me. Not too much right now. I'm cleaning out my freezer. So, you know those little individual hummuses or avocados, guacamoles? I freeze them, and then I put like also the pita bread, and that's a grab and go lunch. And then that way, I know I have pita bread for those hummus. So I'm going to put that too. I have 2 of those. Yeah, the Dollar Tree here in Canada is everything's $1.25. Oh, looky here. Butter. And butter. And butter. 3 butters. 3 butters I could see. Anything that you can, like the best thing to know what you can freeze in your freezer is to walk down your freezer aisle and see what's frozen. So anything that's there, everything I try freezing. Frozen pomegranates, much less work. It was like, I think it was $3 for the frozen fruits, and they had pomegranates, and I'm like, okay, that's 400 grams, so it's too good. A stuffy, you could freeze it. I know some price things around. Yeah, sometimes you can find things cheaper at Walmart or Target or whatever in their clearance section than the dollar store. End up finding out that your regular is for 89 cents. Exactly. So it's not always cheaper, but that's why I like to I keep an Excel spreadsheet of the things I buy and what I paid. So then I know. So I have some more hummuses, 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how I'm doing it. So when I find that there's multiples of something, I'm going like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was doing lines, but then I probably get confused. Bath and stuff. Art bag. I don't usually get any food there. Elmo was a stuffy. Okay, so this is funny. This is frozen, and I even wrote, I forgot to write what it was. I wrote mystery meat, which I think is chicken. I'm going to write that down. A mystery meat. That's funny. Oh, more hummuses. Apparently we need to send some to school. 2 more hummuses. Corn. Hey, Mapleberry Farms. How's it going? I hope you have a great weekend, too. It's going to be raining here most of my weekend, so I'll be doing lots of cleaning. And I want to do some outside work, because I have to clean my yard. Yeah, I think he's talking about Tickle Me Elmo. I think he's being silly and talking about Tickle Me Elmo and throwing him in the freezer. You can do that. So I have some beef balls. You know, if does anybody has anybody ever had faux soup with the beef balls? I buy them at the Asian market and make my own. I love drama, not human drama, but Muppet drama. Yes. So I buy those type of things and I make those things at home to save money from going to eat out. 2 fish. Since only my daughter and I eat fish, that's not too bad. He says Elmo keeps on talking. Take out the batteries. It usually solves that problem. I have no idea what type of fish. I think it was cod. 1, 2. Oh. Oh yeah. This was a turkey ham I got, and I paid $2.98 for 700 grams. Slay Nation, you're silly. Turkey ham. So I'm writing things down. Hopefully, after this time, I will know what's in here. And, oh, looky here. Ooh, my youngest daughter will be happy. Look, it's frozen canned lobster. Oh, here, it's upside down. Frozen minced lobster. So it's really tiny pieces. So this makes really good lobster cakes. And I paid only like $5, I think, for it. Batteries. Yeah. Ground pork. So yeah, I paid. See, this is what, more than half a kilogram. So it's almost 2 pounds. I paid $4. So you can find meat cheap in Canada. You just have to find when it's on sale, manager special, marked down, or their sales that they bring people in, their lost leaders, and then buy when it's a lost leader. Well, on average, our prices are more expensive. Love you too, Slay Nation. Remember, get to the farm? How I said I had rhubarb? Well, there's my rhubarb from last spring that I still have to finish. So I'm going to go and use that. I'm going to just leave that out so that I have it. Okay, when you first throw in the freezer and shut the door right now. Because of the silliness. And you can freeze stuff in jars too. You just have to make sure that there's enough headspace. This was some ham that I ran out of containers at the time, and so I froze it in a jar. So where was that? I had another thing of ham. Cooked ham. 1, 2. Ouch. I'm sitting on my foot. On that person. Oh, on a unicorn dad. Oh, another fish. So, oh, another thing. In the summer, this one's, I believe it's chopped basil. Yeah. So this is pesto that I made. It's basil. I did basil and kale, olive oil and garlic, so that you can throw some kale in there. Don't do more than half kale because then it's just too kale-y. Bacon. I gotta write that down. I have pesto and bacon. So I have 1 bacon. 2 bacons. Ha ha ha. I like to count. 3 bacons. 4 bacon so far. 4 bacon. Yes, he's being silly. Or she. I guess she, because if it's a mom. Well, don't want to judge or anything. Oh. And from my grocery haul, there's a video for the lamb chops. I paid $3 for 2. So I got 2 packs of lamb chops. What else is in here? Oh, another Bagel Bites. So I got 2 for that one. What's in here? Oh yes, the Hungarian beef, the freezer meal, which that video should be up this weekend. Another corn. I'm not a human. Anybody freeze a metal can of food? What? No, it's actually in the freezer section here. So here in Canada, you can get canned, frozen lobster and crab in a can, and it's frozen in a can. So you buy it in the freezer section. It doesn't. So see, keep frozen. So it's not canned for the shelf. I don't know why, because you can can salmon and tuna and shrimp and all that stuff. I don't know why, not lobster. But soupy pork dumplings, because you taste good. Oh well, yeah, canned food is good for like 10 or 15 years past the date. The dates that are on the can are just sell-by dates. Because when canned food were made, it was made for like to be sent to the war and stuff. They're good. Okay, and then I have some mini wontons. I'm sure my freezer is very eclectic compared to everybody else's. And look, I'm not even halfway done. I brought about a few plastic jars of Zip by Zip. Yeah, let's see. Okay, here. Look, I'm not even halfway done. I haven't even touched. There. Yes, I do the Ziploc jars too. Um, whoops. There we go. Stay. I do Ziploc jars, Ziploc containers for most of my stuff. I do have Tupperware as well. Oh, that's for smoothies. That's bananas. So I have bananas for smoothies too. There's a ghost behind me. Cool. Ghosts are friendly. So 2 bananas for smoothies. And then there's 1, 2. Oh, that's a ham bone for soup. Oh, yeah. Trying to squeeze all that air out of your plastic. Yes. Yes, I tried to do that. And if I know it's going to be for keeping for longer time, I use my food saver. What's this? Oh, that's spicy Chinese sausage. I'll put that down as 2. Where's this Chinese sausage? 1, 2. Oh, another ham bone. So apparently I've got to make some ham soup. I've got 2 ham bones just in this freezer. 1, 2. Well, the problem with the food saver is that the bags get expensive too. So if I'm only planning, so this is my problem with myself. If I think it's only going to be for a short time, I put in Ziploc bags, but sometimes those Ziploc bags last for a while. So I should just plan everything for long-term storage, and then use my food saver. But it's one more thing to take out and do up. It's a little bit more labor intensive than a Ziploc bag. I've got another thing of rhubarb. So I think I'm going to be taking both these out of the freezer today to be using for that rhubarb collab for June 1st. I've got 2 ham bones. And I've got bananas for banana bread. That's 3. No. So you have to use the really thick bags. You can get them at Costco, or you can usually find a food saver and or the bags at most thrift stores too. Like, people will get rid of them because they'll buy them, they'll use them for a little bit, and then they don't. So I got these salmon, either salmon burgers or food. They were $1. My daughter loves salmon, so I picked these up, and they're already vacuum sealed in this plastic bag. So there's a thicker plastic that's vacuum sealed, and they last forever. Zip Zap bag. You could use Ziploc bags, but it won't last. Like, it's not guaranteed to last. If you use the food saver bags or the other Frigio-Seal bags or whatever, they are have a guarantee to last, to extend your stuff in your freezer for 2+ years. Oh, so I've got from our turkey at Christmas, you know, the neck and the giblets. I have that. I think I gotta make some stock. Neck bone. and another thing of salami. Where did I put salami? One, two. So see, another one of these expensive deli meats. And a piece of chicken. I'm going to keep that out too with the gumbo. See how it defrosts. I'm like, I don't know. And more bones for stock. So apparently this fridge has been holding stuff for stock. So that's chicken bones for stock. Two things of packaged of hot dogs. I know. Okay, and I know there's no more ham for me. There's another ham bone in my deep freezer. Because I'm like, oh, I need to make... Oh, June, I'll make a ham and peas. Well, apparently I need to at least make one or two during hot dogs. Actually, my husband said he wanted hot dogs tomorrow. So I'll keep those out too. I have to go to the store and get hot dog buns. Because apparently he doesn't like poor man's hot dog of putting on bread. Silly man. And then I've got winter squash. Frozen. Oh, I gotta write that down. Yep. Okay, where'd my pen go? Okay, I'm surrounded by frozen foods. And I've lost my pen. Yeah, I don't know how I'm getting up here. Once I actually do get up. Okay, maybe I just need to move. Find it amongst the food. Close this for a second. You can bake hot dog buns too if you have flour, yeast, water, salt. Yes, I have that. Maybe I will try that. Maybe I'll make them and then I'll try the buns out tonight with the goulash, not the goulash, gumbo. I need to move. Ouch, my foot's asleep. Oh, there's the pen. I'm like, where's my pen? Ouch. Like, I can, if I sit, I'll write on here as a note to make, I'll make, yeah, because Donna, you sent me the buns recipe, I saved hot dog buns, because it's for tomorrow. I can do that. I can make buns today, once I pull the stuff back in the freezer. Oh yes, I had shrimp. Salmon, 2 winter squash, okay, yeah, I haven't baked bread since, okay, stay that way, January. I've just been buying bread. So now almost emptying my freezer. One lonely big freezy. I have more in the garage, just not in the freezer. And, ooh, yummy garlic bread, already buttered. I'll put garlic bread. Okay, now I need to go. Need to stand up. Because I can't reach anymore. See, I've emptied this. There's still some that fell out. And I still have to get stuff up from here. Erg. I think I'm just gonna kneel. Stay. So, there's the kofta meat mix. Of the ones I hadn't made, I ran out of time and energy. So, kofta meat. And a shrimp. And this is the pork fondue sliced beef or pork. This one's pork. When I make the Asian soup or hot pot. Pork and mango. I have frozen mango. Oops, a couple more baggies of bananas. I either need to make smoothies or some banana bread. 1, 2, 3. So that's 4, 5, 6. Got some pita and some mango. I think I'm going to combine the two mangoes because they're both opened. Gonna do the strawberries for the strawberry rhubarb. Because I've got 2 strawberries in this freezer. Shape them into any. Okay, yes, you sent me the recipe. Deli chicken. Okay. You can make pizza dough from the recipe if you want. Ah, cool. I have some naan bread, which are really good for making pizzas too. And orange juice. Okay. Another thing of pita. So I've got 2 pitas. 1, 2. A couple of waffles. One stuffed chicken thing. And, oh, some frozen fruit for smoothies. What are these? Chu chow dumplings. I think we could have a dumpling meal just from this freezer. Chow. dumplings, everything bagels, what's this? I wasn't too sure. So I think a beef broth, question mark, or it might be a beef stew. I put a question mark because I wasn't too sure. So today I need to bake some bread, English muffins. Ooh, yum. Oh, another everything bagel. And then my kielbasa sausage. Oh, another thing of hot dogs. Hot dogs. Where was hot dogs? Oh, 1, 2. Almost done. This freezer just taking the stuff out. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to close the freezer door for a second. Arrgh. I gotta sit down. Going on my knees here. Not so much fun. I've got to figure out how I'm going to sort this out. Okay, I just spun something. I thought I grabbed everything from behind me, but nope. Okay, so now I just have to take, so I took out the little, yes, that's a lot of bread. But bread freezes well. So my little drawer is where I kept little things, like yogurt tubes when they were close to date. Put them in there. They make frozen yogurt. Garlic scapes. I have 2. This one's pureed, and this is chopped. An everything bagel with cream cheese. I think I'll have that for lunch. But oh, that's the lime leaves. Hey, time. And my hot peppers. See, I got them for $1. I literally just throw the container in the freezer. Lovely freezy. And you know the toaster strudels? There's the icing for them. My family doesn't like them with the icing, so I usually freeze the icing. And then yogurts. So this is perfect. So when when we buy a yogurt, like see this one's from October. I just froze it. I mean, we're almost over it, and I can't buy any for another week. Yeah. So this is a perfect amount of yogurt to make a smoothie. So you like defrost it a little bit, pop it in with the frozen fruit, maybe some milk. But you know, when it's close to date and my family's not eating it because they have them for lunches, I freeze them. Some of these bananas that I froze in here. There's the banana. Yeah, I have 2 of them in here. I have one that's raspberry and one's vanilla. So I've used the rest. So usually we get the big huge package from the grocery store, and when it gets close to date and my family's not eating, like say the date runs out on Sunday, right? Well, my kids only really eat yogurt at lunch for school, Sometimes they'll have it during the weekend or at home, but they don't. It's not really a thing that they don't usually go and grab. So then I throw it in the freezer because they'll want a smoothie. And right now we're at the time of the year where they're going to want smoothies. Too, because this trash was full this week. So now I'm going to take a cloth and I'm going to wipe that freezer. And then you can see, here, I'll kind of show you all the food so far. It's all around me. So this is the drawer. I just filled it up with some of the bananas. There's a whole pile here, all the way to there. In that tiny freezer. I've got lots of things that I literally forgot about. So, I will be having to, I'm going to use some of them even before June. But I have a nice list now. I don't completely get all wet with ice. But look at all this food in that freezer. Apparently I need to make ham soup, or at least, very least, make some ham broth. Which I could easily do. I could easily do one in my Instant Pot one day. Our trash day is on Wednesdays, so I put a timer on my phone to clean out the side screens from... Exactly. I try to do that the night before. Like we have our garbage days Wednesdays too. This week it was Thursday because Monday was a holiday. But we have garbage every second week. So every week is the green bin. So that's where you put the organics. So you can put meat and veggies and, you know, anything, any of the science, any food in there. That goes every week now in the summertime with paper recycling. And then next week is garbage and recycling. And I already have, my daughter cleaned out her room. She brought down like 2 garbage bags from her room. So my garbage can is actually already full. Usually I only have my garbage can full with the kitchen garbage, the bathroom garbages, and the one downstairs. So we don't produce a lot of garbage because we tend to recycle and put stuff in organics. Normally it's on Friday, so it's always in the... Pasta fagioli. Yes, pasta e fagioli, or whatever. Fazool. Pasta fazooli. Fagioli. Yeah, I mispronounce everything. Remember? So, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Time gets away from me all the time. Like, wow, for example, it's 1:30. We've been on here for an hour. I've just taken everything out of the freezer. And then I have to figure out how to put back in there in a organized fashion. But now I have a list of what's in this freezer. So that's a good starting point. I'm going to do a list on my other freezer. Maybe another live stream. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. My big freezer, that in itself is going to take me like just 2 hours just to get all the food out of the freezer. And I'm going to try and chop the ice because that one, the ice builds up. So, and that should be interesting. But I'm like, even just looking at what I've got here, I can make meatloaf. I can make wontons for wonton soup. Don't you dare say. No, I won't say it. I have pork cottage roll. So I can make tacos and meatloaf, wontons, pork cottage roll, Asian soup. So 6. Lobster cakes. 7. Lamb chops 8. Hungarian beef 9. A meal of dumplings, 10. Kofta meat, 11. And beans, pigeon peas and rice. I've got like at least 12. I didn't say. Pasta is pronounced pasta. You. I didn't. You can look it up in Wikipedia, and it will even tell you. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just reading it. Pasta fagioli. Is pasta fazool? Yeah. Okay. So Amanda from Fundamental Home and from the Frugal Family Food. She also says pasta fagioli. So you can look it up. Yes, I will look it up. That is a good soup. I've made it before. I use sausage and chicken, and I can hide kale. Yes. I gotta go get a cloth and wipe down that fridge so I can throw this stuff back in before it defrosts. But I've got like at least 12 meals of just the meats here that I know I have fazool. Fazool. Is that how you say it? Fazool? Why can't they spell it like that? Why do they make it hard for me? Okay, I have to turn around and try to get up. Arg! New body. This one's achy. Okay. Let's go put you here. Okay. I'm just going to wipe out the turtles that are still in the faucet. I don't want a flood. Because, of course, my kitchen sink is full of dishes. It comes from Italian. Read there. Okay. Fazool. Okay. Well, then I will fazool. So I'm just cleaning. I don't know how crumbs. I don't know about you, but I don't know how crumbs get in. You know the rubber part of. See, this is what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. I don't know how crumbs gets right in the crease here. Do you see? Like. But there's always crumbs in the crease. I don't know how that happens. I understand when things spill, but there's not usually a lot of things crummy in my fridge. There's vegetables, there's dairy, there's sauces. So I don't know how crumbs happen. But this basket. Move it. Just so I can wipe here, because again, there's crumbs. There we go, get that locked in. Yes, a crummy situation. I don't know, again, If anybody knows how crumb, it's kind of like how do socks get lost. Fizzle means pasta and beans, an Italian dish. Pronounced fizzle. Name Napoleon language. Fazouli. Okay. Cool. There. Okay. Very cool. Thanks for the interesting knowledge. I always learn something every day. Napoleon. Neapolitan. Sorry. Like the ice cream. The chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Yes, which I have none. Sorry, the only ice cream I still have my husband's birthday cake. We still have some of that, which was an ice cream cake, which I told him we have to eat this weekend because it's taking up this much space in my big freezer. So I'm taking out my baskets and trying to wash. That basket. So this one slides out too. So it's like a drawer, but it usually doesn't act like a drawer because it's too full, usually. There. Okay, now I've got this because my back is killing me. I need a new body. Now I'm sitting back on the floor. Why did I want to clean up my freezer again? So now I have to find a way to put it back in without being a pain. So I'm going to put, oh, I need to put the drawer back. Like, why did I do it again? Okay. I have to bend. Well, exactly. I found some things I was not expecting to be in my freezer at all. So my drawer. This is not. There we go. Yay, the drawer closed. Remind me every morning, have I made a smoothie yet? to use up those bananas. And you'll never guess what I found my walk-in closet the last time I cleaned it up. Hopefully not an ex-husband mummified in there. Or birthday presents for your babies that are now adults. I found a few of those in my closet. I bought them for babies and I hid them. A floor! A floor! What's that thing? I've never heard of a thing like that. I'm combining the two opened mangoes. That's funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm too embarrassed to even show you my closet. I have to climb over crap to get in my closet. So I tend not to even go in my closet. 90% of the stuff that's in my closet, on my side of the closet, doesn't fit or I don't like. But now I have like a whole thing of mango. So I should make smoothies next week for breakfast. Or for the kids' lunches. I need to start cleaning out my closet and get rid of what I don't. I haven't cleaned out that closet since we moved here. 13 years ago. There is stuff. Yes, I don't have one daughter. In there that I have no idea. Okay. I'm going to leave one of the strawberries out so I can make strawberry rhubarb something. Because that was my plan. I'm going to put you over here. Yes. Yes, only one hubby. It's all I could handle. Your daughter is 19 and a half now. She moved out when she was 18 right now. Friend here is living with us. Okay, well that's cool. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Put this up there. Put this down here. Yes, that's my kitchen. That's my pantry. This is the only place in the house that I've renovated, and I built. This is from IKEA, so it's like the cheapest cabinets. I did floor to ceiling, so there's shelves there, and then there's drawers here. My old kitchen. So if you can kind of see. Yes, that's my pantry behind me. So I have two of them. So all this area here, my messy counter, was all empty before. There was a little round table here when the previous owners were, but you couldn't really eat. They said it was an eating kitchen. Really, it wasn't. There was no room. There was no cupboards. Like all that was like there was no cupboard over here. So I had just metal shelves in here, metal and wooden shelves in here, up till 2 years ago, to put my food in because there was no place to put the food. Now I built these. So I have two 30-inch cupboards. They're 2 feet deep. Oh, I'll show you that. Give me a second. Okay, let's close this. What did I... Oh, okay. I'm like, it can't be... Oh, I'm gonna have to have food stuck in my way. Wait a minute. And I'll show you. There, I wanted to close that so I'm not like complete. Okay, so the bottom drawer is my onion drawer, and I have some pancake mix. But my onions, yes, and this is ramen noodles, some cookies, the beef steak, seaweed. They're just like snacky stuff in here. Some of the excess kids snacks stuff. And the top one's my breads. So I have my hamburger buns, bread, tortillas, pita, some noodles, some crackers. Yes, sorry. I apologize. In the bottom drawer here is my squashes and potatoes and sweet potatoes. This one's our chip and cracker type drawer. And this one's my pasta or open bags of pasta or noodles or rice drawer. And then my pantry is all there. And this one up there's like veggies, and there's coconut milks, and those are the excess stuff. And my oils and sauces that are too tall. This is the one with soups and sauces, and then condiments and canned meats, fish, peanut butters. That's where crackers are. Yeah. Yeah, well, so I have a little tripod thing. I don't know where I put it. And my daughter got a tripod thing, but it needs a thing to hold the camera, to hold the phone. I never seen that before. So now I'm just gonna put all this food away. Now that I've inventoried it. Erg. Need new body. So I'm gonna put here things. And that's more bananas. Keep them all in one spot. I will more than likely use them. See you, lady. I think your child's. Yes, well, I'd love to get to that point someday. The fact that I am inventorying things is like an upgrade to me. Mine always starts. So mine stays organized. If I invite my friend to come and help me organize my kitchen, she can get it organized, but then it's not quite organized how I use my kitchen. So that's the downside. I like an organized kitchen. I can work well in an organized kitchen, but it's the getting it organized which is part of the problem. It has a lot more space in it than mine. Yes, well, I purposely did it that way to have space because I want to keep 90% of my food up here. I do have food on shelves downstairs, but it's just like the overflow of this. So if something's on sale, like peanut butter, there's a couple peanut butters downstairs. Mayonnaise, there's a couple mayonnaises downstairs. So when I run out of stuff up here, I could go downstairs and get it. I'll just charge my phone here. I'm going to lose its charge. There we go. I just stack cans on top of cans. Some days I want to get some racks and shelves. Yes, I'm gonna put you down here. The shelves, I got some really nice shelves. I'll show you them at some point in my garage. I got at Home Depot, you get them at Lowe's or Rona or even Walmart. And they're the type that you see in cooking shows that they have like lined in their walk-in freezer. They're just stainless steel shelves. And they are awesome. So, make sure I got all my food here. Get some air out of there. I'll show you my freezer once it's all filled back with food. Yeah, the best thing I ever did was my kitchen. It's awesome. I have been sick for near a month, and I still have not got my shrink bag. Hardly wait to where I can do something with it. Yes, well, I hope you're feeling at least a bit better now. I know you were really sick for a while there. I hate when my people are sick. There's bagels. Yeah, we all need to like move together and build like a commune. We all help one another. Wouldn't that just be nice? If everybody could just live near other people that had the same common ideas, values, beliefs, and just live in a wonderful community that you used to see on the 1940s and 50s TV shows. Wouldn't that be nice? What did you end up having? Did you find out what you had? Today. I cleaned out my baking cabinet for my birthday. I got several large glass jars. Yes, so I love storing stuff in mason jars. I got a whole bunch of these really large ones that you're not supposed to can with anymore because the FDA or whatever says they're too large and you can't. So I store my flour in my garage in them and then take out a jar or any other dried goods or spices. I really need to make at least some stock because somehow all that stuff fit in my freezer. But I'm having difficulty putting it all back, even though I'm taking out like 3 or 4 things. I don't know how that is going to be possible. Okay, I'll show you what I've kept out, and then you can see my fridge, my freezer. Just keep taking more stuff out and put her hambo. Well, yeah, but tonight I'm not having that. I not your yes, mine. I managed to get so there's at least some space. What the heck is here? Oh, I'm gonna get that. I accidentally popped the bag for the piece of chicken I had. So I put in another baggie. But I will. There, I will cancel. There. So this is the stuff I've taken out of my freezer. 2 bags of rhubarb, a thing of spring rolls for tonight, a bagel and cream cheese that I'm going to eat tonight, like soon. I'll heat it up. Chicken that I'm peeled to put in the gumbo, and some strawberries. Okay, all this was in the freezer. You saw it in the freezer. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you the freezer. It's full. It's full. It's more organized. But look, it's full. It's right to the edge here. But at least it's not, every time I used to close the door, it would knock things down. Oh, I have 18 or something. I got. That is pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I took out the hot dogs, the package of hot dogs for tomorrow. So, now I'm tired. That only took 2 hours. Yeah, I'll grab my computer. And I'm going to bring it to the couch. So we can sit down and have more chats. But thanks for coming with me. And, oops, I dropped my computer. Okay. We drive through Casey. I remember being outside. Oh, vanilla wafer. We don't know where they bake them, but we buy them for some desserts or just for eating. Okay, there. Now you're walking with me. I need another pair of hands. Doesn't help that I have a very long sundress on that I'm almost tripping on. I'm tuckered. Tuckered out. Okay. Now I'm back. I'm glad you guys came with me and helped me do my freezer. I would have probably given up halfway through if you guys weren't with me. Just because and that's only one freezer. Born and raised here. I love Gates lately. I've never been to your state. I've been to New York, to Ogdensburg and Messina, and Syracuse, those type of places in New York. I was in New Jersey, in Newark, because that's where the planes came out. We were stuck there for 3 days near the airport because our plane was delayed, and then the next time they could get us all on the flight was like 3 days later, so they paid for us to stay there. Um, I've been to Florida. I went to Disney, and I've been to Miami. We did a cruise from there. And I went to Myrtle Beach, the Six Flags place in Myrtle Beach area when I was like 10. After you use a fourth or half of that frozen stuff. True. Well, so this is the thing. My normal grocery day is next Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll need to go shopping because that's when I have a ride. Because I have to get cat food and cat litter, and it's going to be before June. But I'm not going to be picking up, famous last words, meat or that. I'm going to be using up some of that stuff actually this weekend. Um, because that's one freezer. What I'm aiming for by the end of the summer, I should be able to have that whole freezer empty. That will be only having ice cream, popsicles, and freezer meals and lunch stuff. Well, not even lunch stuff because it'll be summertime, so I won't have to have quick lunch stuff there. So that freezer will just be, and then the other ones will hopefully be less. So I won't be having to try and do a Jenga of freezer stuff and be able to see, like, if I couldn't put stuff in bins to organize it. Like, I put it in there organized, like meats and veggies and stuff. My dear daughter's friend that lives with us now just started working this past week. Oh, cool. Does he get to bring home any food? Any barbecue? Any wrong orders? Yeah. Pay rent and barbecue. Yeah, I'm unsure if that would work so well. You can't pay the mortgage with barbecue. No, this is Princess. Sushi rarely comes giving me love. Here, I'll show. Sorry. She's decided to lie down. He brought home 2 dishes of food for us yesterday. It was so good. And his boss gave him 25% off. Woohoo! That's almost like paying wholesale. Because most restaurants charge 40% of on top of their food costs, which include like their employees' income and stuff. Wow, just looking at this list, that's a lot of food that I have in there. 2 things of bagel bites. It's called Who's Q. That's an interesting name. We've got like some lunch stuff. Mostly separate, mostly soup stuff. Mostly bones. Actually, I have to make a bone soup this weekend. No, I won't buy anything that needs to be frozen when I do groceries next week. That's my famous last words. Kind of like if you saw my grocery haul that I just uploaded, which was last week, groceries. I wasn't planning on buying meat. Or not, I was planning on buying one thing of meat, of beef, and one thing of chicken, because I wasn't too sure of how much chicken I had because I wanted to use stuff in my fridge and freezer. But then I got those crazy prices on ground beef and steak and stewing beef, and then I picked up the chicken. I couldn't pass that down because I can't even get that. I've never gotten that price before, ever. That's the cheapest I've ever gotten uh, meat at $3.49 a kilogram, which is, let me see, my little cheat sheet goes to, which is about $1.50 a pound, $1.60 a pound. My cat Grace came up missing 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, and cats tend to, when they're sick, they tend to run off and hide. That's why I like my cats being indoor cats. Because if they do get sick and kind of run off and hide, there's not too many places to hide. If and when he closes, he might be able to bring him. Cool. Well, that would definitely help your grocery budget. So see, I have this print-off cheat sheet of rough things of like 99 cents a pound. That's $2.18 a kilogram. So $3.99 pounds, $8.90 a kilogram. It's opening his this week. He brought. Okay, but still, at the discount is nice. So yeah, I paid about, so $3.28 a kilogram is $1.50, $1.49 a pound. So I paid $3.49 a kilogram. So that's probably about $1.60 a pound. Work at Bojangles, chicken and she would close at night because some of the stuff they would just throw away. Exactly. Yeah, when I worked at a restaurant as a hostess, I'd get my meal during my shift at half off, and if I went in um, off shift, I think I would get 20% off. And sometimes at the end of, if I was working, I was rarely working close, but if I was working close, at the end of the day, there was stuff that they couldn't keep for tomorrow. They'd send it home with anybody. Usually the cooks took it home. Now she's a shift supervisor at Pizza Parlor, and I think she gets to get a lot of discounted or free pizza. Yes. Well, that's the thing with pizza is the pizza places, they if they make a wrong order, they have extra, or if they sell the pizza by the slices too, they'll have some already made. They can't keep that for the next day. Lived in Arizona for 31 years, moved back to Alabama 22 years ago. I'm now in my mom's and my husband's hometown. That's cool. Hey, 50 chickens in the hen house. You missed me cleaning up my freezer, of emptying it all and taking it out and writing it all down of just my upstairs freezer. Maybe I'll do another live one tomorrow on my other fridge freezer, which is the side by side one. That one, that one could be scary. I haven't emptied that one in a long time. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee and I'm gonna heat it up. I'll be right back. I'm back. I just had to get coffee. I was yawning. Hey, Columbia fan, welcome back. Yes, you've missed the freezer. I was there. It took me an hour and a half to just do the freezer. I took everything out. I wrote it down. If you'd like me, here, I'll read you what's all in that one little freezer. Not including the 2 bags of rhubarb, a package of hot dogs, a thing of fried chicken, and a thing of strawberries that I took out of the freezer that's going to be made for this tonight, tomorrow. So I had 2 things of bagel bites, a thing of spring rolls, a thing of pigeon peas, 2 packages of cooked ham, a thing of ground beef, enough to make a meatloaf and something else, honey garlic sauce, pork cottage roll, edamame, Chinese style sausages, 2 packages of that, a thing of frozen tomatoes. I have 6 little hummuses, 2 things of salami, deli meat salami, package of frozen chopped lemongrass, 3 things of butter. 2 was killed and eaten. Wow. We don't have that many coyotes or wolves. We had a coyote a little bit further up north of in the same town as I'm in, Canada, but it was in the wooded area. So, I have a bag of frozen pomegranate, a bag with mystery meat, 2 things of corn. I have to write down 2. I forgot that. A thing of beef balls for faux soup, 3 pieces of cod, a whole turkey ham, so that's like 1 or 2 meals depending on thing. A can of lobster meat to make lobster cakes, a package of ground pork, some pesto, 4 things of bacon, 4 lamb chops, Hungarian beef freezer meal, which you'll be seeing that video soon, soupy dumplings, mini wontons, 6 small packages of bananas for smoothies, 2 ham bones, a neck bone, some chicken bones, 2 things of hot dogs, not including the one I took out, 2 things of shrimp, 2 pieces of salmon, a package of winter squash, a thing of garlic bread, kofta meat, fondue pork, mango, 2 things of pita, a package of frozen strawberries, deli chicken meat, naan, an OJ, 2 little waffles, a stuffed chicken, frozen fruit for smoothies, chow dumplings, and 5 everything bagels. Yeah, but she had no top 2 figs. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Donna. Messing with OBS and a whole bunch of computer stuff. I like pulled pork too, but my family doesn't. I don't know what's with them. They love pork, but not pulled pork. Yeah, my princess doesn't have front claws either, so she'd be defenseless. Well, she fights off Sushi, who has front claws, with her back claws and bites her. No shopping for frozen foods for you for several months. Oh yeah, you haven't seen my other freezer, my deep freeze. I have to put a toolbox on it to keep the door closed. Because I have a big bag of French fries, as you saw in the grocery haul, and an ice cream cake in there. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting. taking all the stuff out of that one and organizing that. That's why I want to organize the one downstairs and see what's in there so I can try and use up those two things because those ones are full of older stuff too. The one in the deep freeze, the stuff at least at the top is fairly new. The stuff at the bottom, not so much. Hubby's like a soft touch and doesn't like the noise when she argues with him. We let the cat out. Yeah. It's that fine line of indoor, outdoor cats, and if they're used to being outdoor. I'm just going to try and write down some meals from the stuff in the freezer. When we let her out when he was near the front door sitting computer so he could come back inside quickly. Off in another direction instead of... Ew. That's not so good. Yeah, bad decision on her part for sure. Hello, how are you? Did you finish your lunch?
No.
Well, you can eat that after school. Well, the cats love to do their hunting, exploring, and guarding our yard. Yes, cats are territorial too. So, just from these things, without going much into I know that there's ground beef. I didn't touch the ground beef or the ground pork because I could do many things with those. I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meals from that freezer. Pork codge roll as a meal, dumplings meal with various dumplings, Asian soup, ham soup, pasta e fagioli, or fazool, lamb chops, baked mac and cheese with ham, because I've got the 2 things of cooked ham chopped up already, and kofta.
I found 5 baked mac and cheese.
What?
5 baked mac and cheese. 5?
Yes.
Baked
Mac and cheese. You want 5? Yes, I could easily do probably 4 or 5 with the ham that's in there. Except the bagel. Yes, I have the bagel and cream cheese that I'm going to heat up and eat for my lunch. Yeah, I think that mystery meat package might go in with the chicken bones to make stock. And then I'll use that stock for something else. Yeah, because that mystery meat was the last time I cleaned up my freezer. That I've cleaned up that freezer before. It was in there before. That's why I wrote mystery on it, because it wasn't labeled. And I cleaned it out in January. I'll have to look back at my videos. But that's not your water bottle. That's literally your sister's from Special Olympics one.
I am special needs. I am lying.
No,
You can't tell if I pretend to be.
I'm live streaming, by the way.
I kind of.
You figured that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're. Do you ever take them to the dog
Mommy?
in town? Free. Yes, there's a dog park here in Ottawa. It's called Bruce Pit, where the dogs can play and run for free, like run free. What, Rowan?
I have a question. Mom, can I have a little more popcorn? And can I work outside on my computer?
Yeah. And yeah, grab a bowl and have some of the popcorn. Make sure you clip it.
Where is it?
It's in the kitchen. First, before you do that, empty the dishwasher so I can load it. The sink is full of dish. No, not Tim Hortons Everything's Bagels. They're Dempster's Everything Bagels.
What's up?
Gumbo, noodles, what? Well, jambalaya. There we go. Whatever. Chicken. It's chicken, sausage, and the shrimp will be only in Mummy and Daddy's. It's chicken and sausage and vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables.
on egg noodles.
I didn't like the last gumbo.
Well, this is gonna be different.
Sure, yeah.
To have a bagel too. Is whatever sauce like they like best on the pulled pork.
I want to eat those.
What do you want to eat those? What? Asparagus? Okay, we could have asparagus with our supper tonight.
No, it's weird.
What?
I want it with a real thing.
Did you just break something?
No, I just stepped on a hard piece of something.
Sorry, or Yum Yum sauce. Well, see, that's my thing. My family doesn't like barbecue sauce
Excuse me.
on pulled pork or pork.
I like it.
You like pulled pork?
Yeah.
Last time I made pulled pork, you ate like a couple bites and you're like, bleh.
Because you made like your own barbecue sauce or something. I like the store-bought barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Not your weird makeup. I'm gonna make this.
Mexican salsa, rolled up in flour tortilla. True. Yeah, they would eat. So they like pork tacos. So like cooked pork in tacos, but just not. They're not a barbecue sauce person. Like same with chicken, barbecue sauce chicken. Like barbecue chicken on the barbecue. Not a big fan. They like
I do.
majority. Okay, one person here likes it apparently,
I am not.
but not hubby or my youngest or me. So, fine. I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes to pick up Travis from work. Okay. Well, maybe he'll bring home some more barbecue. See, my family loves barbecue ribs. I made ribs last night, and I finished them on the barbecue. And my husband said they were the best ribs he's had. So, oh yes, forgot. Forgot the T word. So, they like ribs on the barbecue. They like My husband likes barbecued vegetables. Um, Burgers and hot dogs on the barbecue. Shish kebabs or skewers or whatever.
Can we have Greek?
Greek what?
You know the shish kebabs with the pita.
Oh, you mean souvlaki?
Sure.
Yes, I can pick some up when I do groceries, or if I find any of the meats in the freezer. I haven't found whole meats yet, only ground. You can always make pulled pork into enchilada filling or Chinese stir fry stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, I tend to with the pork when I get like a pork loin or whatever. I'll cut it, I'll dice it, and I'll make like fried rice or what my family really loves is when I make sweet and sour pork. So I dice the pork, I dip it in some cornstarch, and then you pan fry it, and then you remove it, and then you make a sweet and sour sauce, or you buy the jar of sweet and sour sauce. You cut up peppers and onions and a can of pineapples. It's super yummy. I need to work on my June budget. But you are making me want a bagel, so I gotta do that first. No, I'm not gonna throw it. I'm gonna make a stock. That's what I'm gonna do. My instant pot. I'll take that and my chicken bones and make chicken stock so that I can use that chicken stock to make rice this week. Well, I'll do a video of my mystery meat and the bones and make the stock. Okay, and then you can see that I'll be making stock in my instant pot and get that just going, and then I'll have the stock, and then I can throw out the meat and the bones because that meat looked a bit freezer burnt. And I think it was chicken. I'm unsure. That's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll do that in the morning. Make the broth, and then I'll have the broth to make for rice or soup. So that'll be two more things out of the freezer. Yay! Oh. Well, see, Amanda, you gotta start doing some videos so I can see what your budget and stuff looks like. I could share what you. So I'm going to do the low spend month in June. So that is why I'm doing the inventory now. Only problem is I have to do it in stages because I get easily distracted, as you saw, and I get overwhelmed and stuff. So I can't do any bell peppers. I have a friend who's allergic to peppers too. I don't know what I call it. Stomach. I even eat a tiny piece. Oh, even the juice. So yeah. So my friend found out just recently. Like he's 48. That he's allergic to peppers, which is an odd thing to be allergic to. So sometimes, like when he came over to another friend's place, she was making burgers, and then she had to look at her steak spice that she was using because she uses this really good burger steak spice to see if there was any red pepper flakes in there because the other steak spice that she had that she was using, she noticed there, and this one didn't have it. But she was like, okay, so she had to use one steak spice for his burgers and the rest for everybody else. I know it's a very odd thing. So like my daughter, my oldest, we think that she's allergic to plum sauce, and it just came on because one day last summer, yes, last summer, no, last June I think, she was having. I have to look back on my emails. She was having. We had chicken fingers and plum sauce one night, and there was some that was put left in the fridge, put in the container. So she had some with the same plum sauce, and she was starting to have a reaction. She thought it was just like her normal allergies, or that because she was also getting cold, um, And then within 20 minutes, because she was watching TV, she was having trouble breathing and stuff, and went to the hospital. They gave her a shot of epinephrine or whatever, and we got tested. Then they think that it's an oral allergy to possibly plum sauce or plums. I can't eat dry red pepper. Well, that was like he can't. My friend who's allergic to peppers can't eat the dried pepper flakes either. So since then, she just hasn't eaten any plum sauce. um, but she literally ate it the day before. So this is the funny thing. She had the exact same plum sauce, the exact same chicken, the day before. Like it was the exact same package. There was leftovers. Put the leftovers in the fridge in a container because we just didn't eat it all. And then she had it. That was it. She didn't put anything else on it. So they think it might be that, but there wasn't a strong reaction, or it could just been like fluke of something else. Oh, I like tofu. I'm the only one that likes tofu. My family likes tofu in pad thai and hot and sour soup, which, as you saw in my grocery haul, I did pick up a thing of tofu for that particular reason. Half of it for my Asian soup, and half of it for pad thai. Yes, they use soya in a lot of things because it's cheap filler. I like soy sauce on Chinese food. That's the only soy I will tolerate in my diet. If you want to get rid of soy in your diet, you can use amino acids, a buildup of MSG. Well, so the chicken nuggets were Jane's chicken nuggets, so they're like antibiotic free, like the healthiest chicken nuggets you can get. um, yes, well, we did get EpiPen because we don't want to go through that again because that was kind of scary. Um, like she didn't puff up or anything. She said she had trouble breathing, like it was closing. But I think she also, once it started, she reacted to it, so it made it worse too. No, we haven't tried plums on her yet since. So she just has but she can have the sweet chili sauce for her spring rolls. I have a photo I turned into a meme of a sign hanging outside of a Burger King that showed a big burger from there and it said nobody high fives after eating tofu. Yes. True. Yeah, we don't need lots of salt. Ooh. So this weekend, I only have one kid at home, so Abby's gone, so I have Rowan home. But I'm going to be doing some yard work, and I'm going to make bread. Acids, protein. It's the scientific term for it. Yeah, it's amino, but there's something Bragg's amino because you can get something that's like if you can't have soy, there's something amino something. I think it's amino acids. Hey Google, what's an alternative to soy sauce?
On the website timescolonist.com, they say, however, there are recipes for a soy sauce substitute with a somewhat similar look and taste. You make it by blending and simmering ingredients such as meaty beef bouillon or stock, tart vinegar, somewhat sweet and dark molasses, and spices.
Yeah, that's not out of town. I need to pack and shower. No, that's what you do when you get there. You shower in their shower. Hey Google, what's amino acids?
acids are organic compounds containing amine and carboxyl functional groups along with a side chain specific to each amino acid.
Hey Google, what's Bragg's aminos?
Here's a summary from the website bestrecipes.com. Bragg's liquid aminos is very similar to soy sauce.
Liquid
Bragg's is
aminos.
made from nothing but soy and water, whereas soy sauce often has added ingredients such as salt, alcohol, and preservatives.
Okay, so Bragg's aminos is soy. That's not good either. Then I saw on one of the healthy things that to not use soy sauce but use Bragg aminos, which I thought was amino acids because it had good stuff in it. I don't know. Oh my. Ketchup. Because the salt. Probably. Well, one thing I found was soy sauce has gluten in it, which I didn't think it did. Because my friend who's celiac couldn't have regular soy sauce. She has to get gluten-free soy sauce. And I'm like, I know it's fermented soybeans, soy sauce, but I've never thought there was wheat in there. Well, I want this coffee to start kicking in because I'm like yawning. Where are you going, Amanda? This is our proteins. I took a science nutrition. Cool. Nebraska. What are you doing in Nebraska for? Let me guess. You're going to a wedding. And my alarm just went off. Okay. Bye, Donna. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for keeping me company and sharing the love. Going to the lake. So you rented a cottage or that? Because I was gonna say right now is prime wedding season. So everybody I know who keeps on saying that they're going away for the weekend, I'm like, oh, where are you going? They're like, oh, for a wedding. No, a friend's parents live there. Cool. Well, that's a cheap thing. You don't have to pay for a rent or for a stay. Exactly. Free minus food. And bring a bottle of wine for the hosts. My kind of vacation. Oh, yes, and beer. See, I'm not a beer person. I'd bring bottle of rum or Jack Daniels or Fireball. Fireball is awesome. Well, actually, there's a Jack Daniels version of Fireball. It's even better than Fireball. But I love cinnamon hearts, so that stuff is good. Or Kahlua or Amaretto. Oh, the joys of summer. Well, you should get going to and taking a shower. And I should get going and starting cooking supper. Or at least trying to defrost it. Defrost the thing so I can pull the chicken off the bones. That's what I'll do. I'll take the chicken off the bones, put the bones in the pot with the other bones, and that mystery meat, and make broth. Why? You pack swimsuit, shorts, t-shirts, or sundresses, one pair of pants, one long sleeve shirt or sweater. You're good. And a poncho, like a rain poncho. And Crocs, so that it doesn't matter if they get wet, they'll dry. As long as everything's clean. My biggest thing is that it always seems just before vacation and just before packing, all the clothes I want to wear is dirty in the house. I'm not picky. Yeah, and I always pack too much too. But I found for when I go on vacation for when we go on vacation for 2 weeks, I used to pack almost 2 weeks worth of clothes, and I've learned that I'm like, no, all I need to pack is like 5 days of clothes, and I can wash a few because I live when we go somewhere south, we're living in our bathing suits. Okay, bathing suits and sundresses are cover-ups, so I just have to make sure I have sundresses for dinners. Um, that are like this is one that I like. That's kind of me fancy-ish. Um, and one pair of shorts for any type of excursions that, like if we went to like an amusement park, I want to wear shorts because a skirt going is not so good, and like one or two tank tops, and just like cover up dresses like that can go over my bathing suit. Bring more shirts than anything. Well, yeah, but see, I don't like wear. So I find in the summer it's too hot. Like it's like with shorts. If I'm going somewhere really hot, wearing shorts, they just bunch up, and then yes, way there's not like air circulation. So that's why wearing dresses or skirts. More. That's the only time I like wearing dresses is summertime, because then there's air circulation, and then you don't kind of look very bummy. Because when you're a plus size girl, the shorts tend to ride up. No matter, like, they can fit you perfectly fine, but you're walking and they ride up. So, not so nice. But in a dress, it smooths things down. Because in a dress, it's kind of like the curves kind of move. But you're like 6 feet tall. Everyone would die. They love your legs. Pants in the summertime? Ugh. I stopped wearing pants in April. I haven't worn. I wore at the beginning of May. It was a little bit cool. I wore some jeans. You've got long legs. Really? Only pants, and the only pants I like are like jeans or capris or leggings. See, you would probably look beautiful in those maxi dresses, like my maxi dress here. I call it maxi dress because it's long, but it goes all the way to like my feet, like it covers my shoes. And I'm like, how tall do they think these people are? Because every time I go and look for a dress, it's like 3 or 4 inches longer than my feet. And I'm like, I'm not that tall. I like going down to my ankles, or like I like to go from my knees down. If it's above my knees, that's fine too. But I like my knees down because I don't always sit very ladylike. So if I don't sit ladylike, if it's past my knees, it doesn't ride up or anything. Because even though I like wearing dresses, I don't like being ladylike. I still rough and tumble and everything. But I'll let you go so you can shower, get dressed, and look all beautiful. And let me know, will you be able to have internet while you're at the lake? If so, maybe I'll catch you live stream tomorrow. Well, yes, have a bagel. No, this is what you do. Make a bagel, go set yourself a nice warm bath, eat the bagel in the bathtub. Yes, if not, have a wonderful weekend. I'll definitely see you sometime because you always seem to pop in on my live streams. You're awesome. Well, exactly. I'm like, take a nice relaxing bath, put some essential oils in there if you have it, or a bubble bath. Have a bagel, make a coffee, have it on the side of the tub, eat, play your favorite music or an audiobook or YouTube. Have a good day. Bye.